Hello and welcome. I am the Organizer Advisor, your organizational advocate, here to help you enhance your happiness and transform your life. Okay, as promised, we are going to do an every nook and cranny clean and create a sanctuary space in our bedroom. Now, this can be your master bedroom. I'm going to work in my guest room because I want to make sure that the room is prepared for when company comes, because we're preparing for upcoming holiday season. So I want to make sure that I have everything prepared up here, and this is not a high frequency room, so I know that once it's done, it's not going to get messed up. So I kind of like to mitigate the amount of work that I have to do. And the master bedroom I just deep cleaned, so that doesn't need to have to be done right away, but I want to get this room ready for when I have guests. Now, this is my guest room, but it's also my grandson's bedroom when he comes here. He was raised in this house, and so this was his room. So I still keep this for him as well. So there's a lot of little things that I need to do to make sure that this is very comfortable for him. He's 12. So I want to make sure that this is a comfortable room, but also I want it to be able to double as a guest room. Now, I'm going to go through the process, but what I want to do is just kind of outline what we do for the every nook and cranny cleaning. The first thing that we do is use the compass row strategy, and that is a strategy where we focus on only one wall a day. So it's going to take me 4 days to clean this room. If you want to do more than that, that's fine. But what I encourage is, take small steps so that you don't get overwhelmed and the rest of your life doesn't unravel while you're really focused on this room. Now, a couple of caveats. You work at your own pace. I do a thorough every nook and cranny cleaning. I like to, have my house ready before the holidays so that I don't have to focus on that and try and really scramble to get sheets changed and the linens freshened and, drawers cleaned out and the closet space cleaned out for my guests. So I'm going to go ahead and be proactive, and I'm going to get this room done today. Now, if you notice out there, there's quite a view. This is the second story in this little cottage. This is a cottage bedroom. This cottage was built in 1966. It's a brick on brick cottage. So 3 layers of, it's brick on block on brick. So 3 layers of masonry. So very sturdy, very well built by my neighbor who lived right there in that house, Mr. Glenn Dodson. Very good friend, and I miss him terribly. But this room houses my treasures, and I'll kind of highlight some things as I go through. This is my kind of like world traveler kind of room, because it encompasses a lot of items that I've collected over the years. Who would have thought I'd collected? But little things that mean a lot to me. Some family pieces here, and I'll just kind of talk about them, because when you surround yourself with things that bring positive energy, positive memories, it's uplifting. So don't be afraid to display things that are, heirlooms. Okay, so back to the every nook and cranny cleaning. When we start cleaning, we start with a clean, soft, bristled brush broom, and we're going to sweep the ceiling. Now, before I do that in a bedroom, I'm going to remove all the bedding, and I'm either going to wash it, air it out, launder it, dry clean it, whatever the manufacturer recommends. Like, this is Italian Metlace, and I'm not going to wash it. It's going to be aired out because it's not dirty. It just needs a little freshening. But I want to make sure that my bedding is fresh, it smells fresh, but I don't want to dust the ceiling and get all of the debris and dust on the bedding. So I'm going to remove that first, and I'm going to leave the bottom sheet over the mattress and mattress cover. And then that way, when I'm finished sweeping the ceilings, because I'm going to do all the ceilings first, then I can take that and throw it into the wash and wash. I can shake it out outside, get the dust and debris off, and then throw it into the wash. So, but that will protect the mattress pad and the mattress from all of the dust and debris, because we don't want that recirculating. So go ahead and remove the bedding, all your pillows and everything, because you don't want that capturing what falls from the ceiling. Also, you can air out your pillows, you can fluff them in the dryer, you can wash them if they need to be washed, and go and check out the video I did on linens, and that's going to give you some great suggestions. So once I get the bedding removed, if you need to flip your mattress, now's a good time. Have someone help you. Don't endeavor to do things that, you know, might cause injury by yourself. But I'm going to take care of the bedding, and then I'm going to come back here and we're going to sweep the ceiling, and then we'll clean the light fixture ceiling fan. So I will get that taken care of now. So go get your broom, and I got my cleaning caddy. So I have all my cleaning supplies in one little area so I don't have to run back and forth. But remember your eye protection or a hat or a scarf so when you sweep the ceilings. Okay, so I'm going to do this and I will be right back. Okay, welcome back. So before we get started, there's a few things I want to kind of mention. I like to light candles when I'm cleaning. I want to have the ambiance. I just like it because it makes it kind of fun. So I'm going to do that now. This is a wooden wick, and so it's kind of, you know, just uplifting. So I'm going to put this candle over here. Another thing I want to mention, you may want to have some sort of a stool or something. If you have really high ceilings, you'll need a step ladder. This is an old house, so the ceilings were lower. So I'm using a step stool in order to clean the ceiling fan. Now, you want to have something for your hydration so that you kind of keep the momentum going and that you don't get tired, but also helps to feel refreshed. And if your weather is conducive, open the windows. Get some nice fresh air, especially if you're going to be circulating some dust. You want to make sure that you have some sort of an airflow so that some of that can go outside. Your home air is more toxic oftentimes than the outside. And I live in the country, so my air out there is pretty fresh, and I want to freshen the room and really get some good circulation in here. Okay, and lastly, it is Monday, facial day. So while you're working, it's a good time to go ahead and work on your face, your skincare, do your health and beauty routine. Okay, let me grab my there. Now I can safely dust the ceiling. So I'm going to just take the broom and you just sweep, and I go from the center out. You can already see the dust that's kind of falling. You don't want that in your eyes. So I'm going to work my way around the room, and this is the only time I'm going to do something that encompasses the entire room. Otherwise, we're going to focus on one wall a day. So today we'll do the north wall, and I'll show you that in just a second. Okay, so we're going to start with the ceiling fan or light fixture. So for the ceiling fan, you want to remove, if you have a light kit on it, you want to remove the globe and you want to wash it. Or if you have, you know, 4 lights or 2 lights or whatever you have, remove those and wash them, and then let them dry while you're cleaning the ceiling fan. Now for the ceiling fan, you can use your Murphy's oil soap and a clean cloth, or you can use your microfiber wand, whatever works best for you. I like to use a clean cloth, so I'm going to show you how I do this. Get my sprayer. You just want your cloth damp, just so it picks up a little extra dust. So I'm going to move the camera. I have my step stool here, so let's see if we can move this up so you can see the ceiling fan. You also want to check your light bulbs. Make sure your ceiling fan is off, please, but check your light bulbs. Make sure that you have like bright lights, and I just like to wipe down the blades and the brackets as well. Make sure you get the top of the blades. Let's see. Here we go, look. And then just go to the next one. Make sure you have eye protection on so that the dust doesn't fall down on your face and in your eyes. You can use your PPE face shield. There we go. And make sure you dust your light bulbs too, because they do attract a lot of dust. There we go. Now all the ceiling fan blades are clean. I'm going to dust this, make sure there's no dust here. Then I will, I lost my light. There. Now I will wash the globe, let it dry, or you can wipe it dry and replace it. And so your ceiling fan and ceiling are now clean. Now we're going to move to the north wall. This is my north wall. Whatever wall works for you. You don't have to use it in the same order. It just helps me because it's consistency and it's a framework, and some people need that. So, you know, whatever works for you. Now let's see if I can turn this to the north wall. There we go. This is my north wall. I have a little dormer window there. And you notice I have birds, and then I have this piece of furniture. This was the first piece of furniture my mom and dad bought when they got married. So it's very special to me. And so I'm going to clean that. See that? And then back behind me is a radio that my great Aunt Ruby listened to every single day. So I was very fortunate to get it. It still works. And it's just a really special family piece for me because she was such an inspiration for me. So I'm going to take everything off the north wall and pull everything away gently. If you can't do this on your own, please wait for someone to help you or ask for help. Don't move furniture that you can't move by yourself. But I want to make sure I can get to the woodwork and the baseboards and dust the walls, and we'll go through that process in just a second. Okay, so I have moved everything away from the wall. Now I don't have to move it across the room. I just need to be able to get behind it to dust the wall and dust behind the furniture to get as much dust. You know, in this case I have feathers in this room because I have birds, and so I want to get as much, any kind of particulate matter that could circulate in the air, I want to get out of the spaces. So anything that's attached kind of to the wall I've removed, and I'm going to use my microfiber wand to dust. I also have a bucket of warm water here, and I have my scrub brush. I'm going to put in a little Murphy's oil soap, and I'm going to clean the baseboards and the woodwork, and then I'm going to clean the window. And then once I have that done on the wall, I'm going to replace everything so that I can then start cleaning the storage devices and all of the pieces that are on the wall. So I'm going to do that now, and I'm going to probably fast forward, but I want you to be able to see the process. First I'm going to add the Murphy's oil soap and put on some music. Make sure you have your water, and where is mine? Okay. And so now I'm just going to dust. I'm going to dust up here too. Any kind of wall coating has a texture, and that texture captures a little bit of dust. And so you want to remove as much of that as possible. Especially behind pictures and artwork. That's where some dust gets trapped. Also, this gives you an opportunity to look behind your furniture and see if there's anything that's kind of got slipped behind there that you were looking for. Okay, so now I'm going to go on this side. I don't know if you'll be able to see me. And you can, I don't know if you can see here, but there is some stuff on the wall from the birds, and I'm going to dust all that off. I'll actually move the birds. Hi guys. So I'm going to have a little bit of wall washing to do. Okay, see, I don't know if you can see all of that. Dusted from the walls. Now I'm going to use my scrub brush and my cloth, and I'm going to clean the baseboards. Now, if you have hardwood flooring, let me move this down. If you have solid surface flooring, you can also run your cloth around the bottom of the floor where the wall meets the floor, and you can clean that. And see, I'm wearing my gloves. And this is going to give your room a really fresh look, because dust on the baseboards is just kind of dingy, and it makes you feel, it diminishes your energy. I'm all about positive energy. Okay, so spot check the wall and see if there's anything that needs to be kind of cleaned or touched up. You know, fingerprints, crayon marks if you have kids. Okay, now I'm going to have to get behind here. So I'm going to move that carefully, and then I want to just get behind here. I have all my furniture on little felt pads, so they're easy to move and they don't damage the floor. Okay, now I'm going to move along to this wall. I want to give a little extra attention to the corners, because that's where a lot of debris kind of collects. And I just kind of wipe the floor under the furniture. If you have carpet, you'll want to vacuum so that you can get that extra added sense of clean. Now I'm going to work on this wall. So this encompasses my whole north wall. And when you do a little bit at a time, you can hear the windows open. A lot of trucks going by today. Thank you, truckers, for working. Without you, we wouldn't have our goods. Actually, those are all logging trucks. This is a logging road. Okay, so I'm just kind of spot cleaning the walls where there might be a little smudge mark or two. Okay, so I'm going to finish over here. I don't know if you can see me. I'm still here. There. Okay. So cleaning around the birds, because of course when the birds take a bath, even though I have some shields up, they tend to be a bit messy. I know, guys. I'm sorry. They're society finches. And then I have a Wardian case here. I have a lot of plants, I think you can tell. All right, let's finish this up here. Okay, so baseboards done on the north wall. Now don't fill up my bucket all the way when I'm doing baseboards, because I'm going to change the water every day, and that's going to be 4 days. So I don't want to waste a lot, but I want enough to be able to clean effectively. So now I can put everything back on this wall. When you're starting with pictures, you want to make sure that the back of the picture, this is an old picture, I actually took this to Antiques Roadshow. You want to make sure the back of the picture is clean, so you don't put it back up on the wall with stuff on it. So I just take my microfiber wand and I just clean. Oh my, yes, I see some dust. Also, the picture wire, that has a tendency to collect a lot of dust as well. So I clean that, and I'm gonna hang it up. There, kind of goes there. I have a very similar picture on that side of the room, so it kind of brings the room together. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and continue getting things back, but before I go too far, I wanna remember to clean the window. Now, I'm going to use today Windex, because my husband bought Windex and the store was out of Listerine, so I can't make more Listerine spray today. So I'm going to use my Windex to clean the window. Okay, now I'm going to use a little bit of my wet rag for Murphy's oil soap, and I'm going to clean the woodwork. Okay, so if you have blinds or curtains, you want to clean those too. So I have blinds here, but they're cellular, so they're clean. You can take them and dust them off. If you have vertical blinds or horizontal blinds, mini blinds, whatever works, just adapt everything to what you need as far as your cleaning needs. Okay. Whew. It's getting hot. So now I want to start putting everything back on the wall, and then I'm going to start cleaning some storage areas. So when every nook and cranny clean, I mean every nook and cranny clean. So here are my little ivory antelope. So I'm going to wipe those. I want to make sure everything's dust free and clean, because psychologically I want to have that feeling that everything is absolutely clean. Even cleaning the ears of the antelope, so that you have that sense of clean. It's a psychological, peaceful feeling when everything is clean and you know that it just looks clean, it feels clean. So there's one. Now I'm going to do the other. Look, they're even signed. I love these. You probably 1950s, 1960s things, but it fits the theme of my room. And I've had them for a while, and I really love them. So, you know, you want to surround yourself with things that you love. If it has a positive energy when you look at it, those are the things that you want to keep and take care of and preserve. Even leave to your children or grandchildren, nieces, nephews, because these are things that really inspire you. They uplift your energy. Okay, so that one's clean. Dust the back. There's even an old description of them. And carefully rehang. There. Okay. So now that we have done that, I'm also going to take, now you have to be really careful on this. If you have valuable artwork, you may want to have them professionally cleaned, but I do wipe them down lightly, periodically. My hair is not cooperating, just so that I keep the dust off. Very gently. Okay. You can also use soft bread just to pat them, because that soft bread will remove some of the dust. Okay, now I have a sword over here that's framed, part of my collection, and I'm going to clean that. This is a French cavalry sword from the 1800s, found in an old house. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean it with a little bit of Windex. Never spray Windex directly on the glass. Just spray it on your cloth, because you don't want that to bleed through. So you just spray it on your cloth. And then just wipe the glass until it shines. Reflective surfaces are uplifting. If you see light reflected, it makes the room look brighter and lighter, and when it's clean and clear, it gives you that sense of uplifting. All right, it's getting heavy. Now I'm going to wipe down the frame. Try and remove as much dirt and debris, dust, feathers, dog hair, cat hair, you know. And then you want to clean the back. Make sure you wipe the wire. And then I'm going to hang this back up before something bad happens to it. Now I'm going to wipe the glass and clean the warding case. So you can see this is every nook and cranny cleaning. This is actually how I clean my house. I was a professional house cleaner for quite a few years. That's how I funded my college. I had to put myself through college. So I didn't have any scholarships or grants or anything. I did it all on my own. And in order to do that, I started a cleaning company when I was 18 and cleaned houses and condos and did the employee thing. And that's how I could afford my tuition and worked my way through college that way. So it was a great skill to learn, because it has really helped me refine my every nook and cranny cleaning process. Okay, now I'm gonna just wipe the glass with my Windex. You can see this is, this is just raw and real. This is how I do it. You can hear it rattle, rattle, rattle. I don't know if you can see that. See that little warding case? I have a matching one over there. I don't know, I got these on clearance. Fell in love with them. You know, as I do so many things. Okay, so that's ready to go back as well. So it lives right here. Because the plants are happy here. Plants actually make your environment, your air in your home cleaner. They take out a lot of toxins, and so I like a lot of plants because I like clean air in my home. So now I'm going to just wipe the base. And get all of the dust. go. Yeah. Okay. Whew. We're almost finished. Unbelievable. Okay, this is another piece that I think is, this is an old fan belt from an old industrial, and the belt used to roll on it this way, and it's made of little tiny pieces of wood, and I love it. It's just a really cool architectural piece, and so I'm going to clean that and just get all the dust off. You want to consider using felt pads on anything that's heavy that could scratch your floor. I don't know if you can see, but I have the felt pads here. I don't know if you can see, but there's some little hair and, you know, debris kind of things along the bottom. So I want to remove those, because there's no point in cleaning if you're not going to, you know, try and get as much of the stuff that circulates in your air out. That's my cloth. Whew. So you can see this is not taking really a long time. Now, it's going to depend on how many things you have in your home and how much storage area. We're going to move on to the storage thing next. But I'm really just showing you how I clean my home when I do an every nook and cranny clean. Okay? Now, we're going to talk about antique furniture. I have my bin of cloths. On my antique furniture, I do use Old English lemon oil, and that's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do next. I'm going to oil this old radio. Okay. Sorry, you couldn't see me. Okay, so I've moved it back, I've centered it on the wall, but for my antique furniture and my solid wood furniture, I like to keep it hydrated, so I use this Murphy's oil soap, or I'm sorry, Old English. This is Old English lemon oil, and I just find this is the best for furniture. It helps to moisturize, and it gives it a really warm, soft glow to the wood. So it looks healthy and hydrated, you know, kind of like our skin. And for details, you want to get every nook and cranny, literally. Okay, and you can see a little bit of dust and stuff on that, So you want to make sure it's well hydrated. And you get all the little areas. If you need to use a Q-tip to get some spots, you can. Okay, let's do the top. Now, if you can see, I'm doing the top. See the difference, how nicely that glows. I leave that strip there, and because that's where I put my Christmas lights, and since it's almost holiday season, I'm not going to unplug it because I want to be able to, I put a wreath in each one of my windows, and I like to be able to hook it up without having to move that furniture. Okay, the decorative piece that goes on this is my little tissue holder and a plant. Now for artificial plants, these are terrible dust magnets. So what I do is I spray them with Murphy's oil soap and I rinse them in the shower and let them dry while I'm cleaning. So I'm just going to wipe this down and replace that for right now. There. And that kind of hides the power strip. See? There. Okay. Whew. Now we're going to move to this piece, and it's going to take a bit because it has drawers. And to clean storage devices, I take all the drawers out, and then I'm going to clean all of the items in the display case. Now, a lot of those are ceramic, so I have a bin of warm water, and I am going to add a dishwashing tablet. I like that because it's pH balanced. I don't let my ceramics sit in water. I just dip them and dry, dip and dry, because if you leave them in too long, they get crazing. Not crazy, crazing, which are the little tiny cracks in the surface, and it makes your piece, you know, it can age your piece, but it's not good for the finish, the enamel or the coating on it. Because it makes it chip. So you don't want to soak your ceramics, so I don't wash them in the dishwasher. Dip them into the dishwashing tablet. It's pH balanced, and then just dip and dry. Oh, and I wanted one more thing. This is another family piece. This belonged to my grandfather, so I'm just going to dust it. It's just my grandfather's lantern that he took out to the barn, and it doesn't hold kerosene anymore, but I love it. Reminds me of him a lot. He was such a feature in my life, such a role model. Okay, so dust free, just the way I like it. Okay, so now we're going to move on to this piece, and this is going to be some cleaning. So I'm going to try, and I'll be fast forwarding through this, so I'm not going to talk through this. I'm going to just fast forward it so you can get the gist of it without having to listen to the whole thing. Okay, so I'm going to dust behind first. There we go. And then I'm going to move the piece back gently. There we go. Okay, so again, this piece was bought by my parents. It was the first piece of furniture that they bought when they got married, so it's special to me. It was special to my mom. Stayed at my grandparents for quite a while. You can tell I'm getting a little sweaty. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the drawers out. There are 3 drawers. And I'm going to take all the items out of here and moisturize this wood. I'm going to dip and dry the ceramic things in here, and then I'm going to, once they're dry, I'm going to replace everything. So I'm not going to talk through it. I'm going to fast forward so you can see what I do. fixtures to your decor, so that, you know, it just, you can display a lot of little knickknacks that you have. And this is, you know, how we go gather and then group, excuse me. You can group things according to a theme. Like I have a lot of kind of natural, organic, it's kind of a safari feel. And that encompasses, like, here's a fossil. It kind of brings the room, together. I'm sorry, I am up and down, but I'm more interested in cleaning than I am camera angle, sorry. Okay, so this is a great way to create a vignette, but have everything on display, so that, you know, you don't have to dust it all the time and clean it, but you can look at it and admire it and really enjoy it. So it's a great way to kind of be able to display your collections. He's a clean little monkey now. And then just kind of keep working with it until it feels right to you. You know, when it looks and feels right, it's inviting, it has a nice distribution of color. So when you are putting your items on display, make it work as far as it gives you a very interesting, almost museum feel. That's why museums are places people like to go, is they not only can see interesting things, but the way they're displayed is inviting. And it gives it a very intellectual but artistic feel. So intellectual artistry. And, you know, keep playing with it. Whatever tends to really work for you. I love these. I have a lot of carvings in this room. I love the authenticity of them. They're just beautiful. Very detailed carvings. Okay, we're almost finished, so I want to finish here with, so if you have a lot of knickknacks that are in the back of a shelf, but they really like to see them, instead of having them out just all over the place, group them, categorize them, create a theme, and then display them. It makes a vignette that is interesting, it's colorful, it's vibrant, and it really gives a feel of just interest. My friend in Williamsburg, her son came in my house once, and he said, you know, it feels like a museum in here. It's just, there's so many interesting things, but it's not overwhelming. I'm not going to add this back. I think I'm going to put this in this drawer. It's too busy. So I have 2 rattles, and they're going to go in the drawer. Okay, so they can stay close to the collection, but they don't have to be on display because it's too busy. Okay, now I'm going to clean the window. And then I am finished with the north side, and that's it. So I'll clean the floor underneath, clean the window, and then we're done with the north wall. So Let me finish this. Okay, let's see. Don't forget to blow out your candle. Okay, now all I'm going to do is the floor underneath this, and then we're finished. So I'm going to stop here for today. We made a tremendous amount of progress. I can't even tell how long it's been, but now the whole north wall is absolutely clean. We're done for the day. It didn't take so much time that I can't go, like on with the rest of my day. I'm going to go make a little bit of lunch, and that's it. I've done my cleaning, my toga for today. Remember, facial and eat clean. This is exercise. It's a lot of exercise, but you do still need to exercise. Take your vitamins and supplements if you subscribe to that. Take time for rest, meditation, nap, prayer, whatever works for you. And until tomorrow, when we focus on the east wall, I will see you then. All right. Love you. Have a great day.